I must give you an example of Dr. Abdul Kalam. Dr. Abdul Kalam as Bharat Ratna, when as a president, he was also the president, and he decided that that he should come out of it and then work in the university. There are many professors in Europe who come out and work in the universities, like Kissinger work, not professors. Many of the people, including the, I think some presidents who after their term in the presidential office have worked in the universities, have become professors. This was not possible for Abdul Kalam. When he wanted to go to the Institute of Science, and he said, I will be in the aerospace department, and when he applied for the, everybody has to fill in the form, in the sense that you have to apply for the position, and because he wanted to be regular professor. And I remember the days, and when the department rejected his application, because he said he can't even be called for the interview. He cannot be shortlisted. He is architect of India's missile program or space program, but the Department of Aerospace, he is not qualified to appear for interview, because there was a huge controversy on this issue. Ratan Tata presided over the governing council and what should be done. He said, these are the rules which have been framed for the years, and we cannot make an exception for this, because Dr. Kalam has not written a single paper. He has not written a single research paper, he has not published a paper, and he is not a PhD, he is not even masters, so he cannot be even called for that. So I said, there is something wrong. Means one person who is architect of India's space program cannot become a professor in university. Lata Mangeshkar cannot become a professor of music in a college or in a university like Pune University. Then something wrong with the systems, something wrong with the whole thing. The farmers, great farmers like Sare Patil, who is very well known, exports flowers to Denmark and Netherlands and many countries, but he is just 4th standard person. And whereas no agriculture university has been able to create a similar greenhouse or similar polyhouse in their university in spite of all funding. So there is something, a mismatch. I am not saying that there is a mismatch. So we should be able to regard, in addition to formal education like this, we should also create a university in which such people will be regarded, they can teach, and we should use the information and communication technology. Let us take an example of Sakre Maharaj, who is our teacher here, and who is also the creator of Multiversity, one of the co-creator of Multiversities. Sakre Maharaj is now DLit. He has been given DLit recently by the Tilak Maharashtra Vidyapit, but he is an examiner for PhDs. Many people are doing PhDs with him on Saint literature, but he is just a matric pass, and in that sense, so he can't hold a professor's position, even honorary professor's position in university. So we said that we will create now a university of different kind, where such great gurus can be brought in. As there are gurus, we will have schools in different fields, there will be great gurus, they will have gurukuls, and there will be students of learning, which they have now, different ashrams, the students can learn. But now the gurus, now they can extend beyond the realms of their own homes or ashrams or the gurukuls, and they should extend to all over the world, and this can be done with the ICT. This was, I think we are already doing this with the ICT, and there are many distance education programs of that kind, but they can start programs like this. Some people doubted that whether this can be accomplished. Can you teach music? I think this was also we had shown that can you teach interactive music, guitar using on this medium? Now, how do you teach this one? Because it requires a presence, near presence. But recently it has been seen in Coursera and many other frameworks that you can actually teach performing arts. You can actually teach performing arts, you can teach music, you can teach Indian music using this medium interactively, and you can have many students spread across. Actually, the Multiversity idea really came like this, and I think now with the broadband, earlier the framework did not exist, with broadband of that quality did not exist, and now it is getting pervasive and it is getting wireless. You can connect to 3G and really get into that, and we said we create that. It has taken 10 years for us to manifest this concept, and we also not understood really. We are really not understood how it is to be done. We have many students across different cities and different towns, and people will ask the question, how will you teach? But this frame now is maturing. I think this is the time to launch Multiversity in that form, and we wanted to see that can we do this, how will be the courses, what will be the interface, what should be done. We studied many environments which are available like Coursera, like Udacity, like many ones, like interactive frameworks which has been evolved in India, which Government of India has funded, like what you call AView, Amrita View, which is done with Amma's Institutes, which is being now done by the MHRD, and this now we can perhaps take it forward. Why I am saying this today is that this is the dream fulfilled actually, that this can be accomplished, and we want to create that environment. Really, this is what all that setup we want. Teachers will come, they will teach. Is teaching English, teaching Sanskrit, teaching other languages interactively, and this will be done simultaneously. Means we are not now chasing what MIT is doing. We will be doing interactively. For example, A-VIEW framework has not been created internationally, which exists in India right now, and we have got the special permission that we can use A-VIEW framework on a experimental basis. Until then we can evolve. By the time we can evolve our own system on an experimental basis, we can use A-VIEW framework to teach people. I think that what has been shown just now, what has been created, that Nachiket decided that we can do it ourselves. I think that the government of India spent about 90 crores on creating this courses and creating this environment. 90 crores have been spent on creating the IIT-like frameworks, IIT-like courses on the net, and which are still not very popular really in spite of that. So how can we do that? So we are just trying to make it happen, which has not been making feasible. So I am personally very happy that we are waiting for this day, and we want to have just the release of this. It's not a release in that sense, but a preview of this framework, and which we want to try with Gurukuls. In the meantime, we have been interacting with the Gurukuls. Pandit ji and many others of us were interacting with many people, Gurukuls, and they are waiting for us that when will they offer this environment, how will this be done, how the course registrations will be done, how will the students come in, how will be the blended learning, can we go to Gurukul learning for some time. I have only 1 week, but rest of the work course I can do somewhere else. So we have workshops and this kind of things, as well as the learning from the net interactively. And then there is examination, how this examination can take place, how the contact hours can be really managed, contact hours can be managed, how the credits will be given, how the examinations will take place. I think this is the experimentation we want to do, and we are waiting for that.